I'm Stephanie with Board Game Geek here at Origins 2017. Joining me is John Zinzer.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Thanks for joining us with AEG. And we're going to talk about, we're going to the actual edge of darkness.
We're going to the edge of darkness. I love it.
Yes, so why don't you tell us about how this came about and a little bit about the game?
Sure. So to start, I'm here at Origins and I'm sort of soloing it this year. We don't have a booth or anything else this year. I'm just here to play games. It's sort of the theme of what we're going to be doing with Edge. It's such a different kind of game for us. Mm-hmm. We want to get out and we want to play it with people before we actually put it out so they can see sort of the magic that we see in the product. Yeah. Edge came to us from designer John Clare. It was actually it's a card crafting game where it uses the card crafting mechanic.
Yep.
And it was the first game that we purchased from him. When we realized that it was this sort of thing, we asked him. He told us he had something else, and he showed us Mystic Vale. Mm-hmm. And so we decided that Mystic Vale should come first.
Yeah.
So we give people an idea of how the process works, and then we could show them Edge. So
test out production and figure out how that was going to work with clear cards and the hay. Yeah.
So Edge is set in the same universe as Mystic Vale. Mm-hmm. Mystic Vale is his area is sort of feeling the fact that something bad is coming, and as this game tells you, we are at the edge of darkness, and you get to find out what's going on here, right?
That seems bad.
Okay, so let me make sure I got the right definition on I've got some notes here. All right, so Edge is a worker placement shared deck defense of the city game driven by the card crafting mechanic.
Okay.
So
we're going to be defending something.
We're going to be defending. Okay. This is our city, and we are going to be defending it.
Okay.
The game is set up. There are 4 player boards. I've got 3 of them shown here. Each player has a number of agents, money. Thank you very much. I'm going quickly.
Yep.
Agents, some money, and some victory point tokens and control tokens, which you'll use in the game, as I'll show you.
Okay.
It is it also comes with, each game is set up with 10 unique cards and locations that come with those cards. Mm-hmm. This is one of the things that makes this game unique, is that you don't only craft the cards, you actually use the locations and send meeples, your dudes, back and forth from there, your agents.
Okay.
And then instead of building your own deck, you're actually crafting a shared deck, which gets shuffled up and put into this tableau here, and then we draft cards to use during the game from the tableau. Cool. So the game starts after we have basically set up, and I've actually gone and crafted a few cards here so that people can see what I'm doing. As first player, I would go to the tableau, and during the assembly phase, I start drafting cards. And so in this case, you draft 3 cards, and I like the first 3 cards that are on the board. So I'm going to draft this citizen card right here, and I'll draft a second citizen with an advancement, but this card belongs to me. I'm the green player.
Okay.
And I will draft this third card, which belongs to the red player.
Okay.
So that is my hand. The cards would then move forward, and then the next player would draft their hand until all 4 of us had our hand of cards.
Okay. And how many cards do you get?
You draft 3 cards to start with, but there are ways to increase your hand size in the game.
Okay.
Right, so I have 3 cards here, and so the first thing I have to do once I get my hand is I have to draw threats from from the card.
Okay.
So there are cube markers on this prototype card here that shows I have to pick up 6 threat cubes out of the threat bag.
So is that bad?
That is a bad thing.
Okay.
Yes. So those 6 threat cubes, I drew 3 black, 2 white, and a red cube out of the...
These are prototype again.
Yes, thank you. All right, so the threat cubes represent what's going on the back of the cards.
Okay.
So each card, every time you build it, gets a threat, which makes that card worse for the city later on in the game. Mm-hmm. Threat cards come up over here on our tower. Now this is a super duper prototype tower.
Yeah.
It's I call it the Franken Tower.
Okay.
So now that I have my 6 cubes and I'm about to start my turn, I take them and I drop them into the tower, and they get spread out amongst all of the cards. Now, in this case, perfect for this demo, The cubes represent the different players.
Okay.
Black cubes are used to represent everybody that's playing the game.
Okay.
So in this case, there are 3 red cubes on here, but 4 black cubes hit this card.
Mm-hmm.
It hit its threshold of 8, and so that monster would attack everybody at the table. So
And it would attack everybody because they always attack everybody, or do they only attack everybody because the black
of
was
the
the majority?
black cubes, because
Okay.
the black was the majority.
Okay.
If it had been red as the majority, then it would have attacked
the red
only
player.
the red player.
What if it's
and
a
there
tie?
are
What if it's a tie?
If it is a tie, it attacks both players. So during the game, you have to send your agents out to places like the Watchtower
Yep.
so that you can defend against monsters attacking. And then there are ways, which we won't explain in this demo, which you can actually be offensive and go kill the monsters before they come get you.
Yep.
Right? So in this case, this is a pretty powerful monster. It's got a 5 attack, and so it would hit everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody would have to move their VP
Okay.
counter down, which means they didn't defend the city and they've lost points in the game.
If we had meeples here, then we could have used them to help defend, right?
You could have picked those meeples up and
Yeah.
brought them back home, and then they would have defended the city.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, so now, after we have decided all of the threats, and the bottom card is then replaced on the threat tower,
Oh, okay.
I then run my turn. First thing I'm going to do on my turn is I'm going to look out here on the tableau and figure out which upgrade I'm going to put on my card. Upgrades are all equally costed in this game. You don't have to end up paying anything extra to put an upgrade on a card.
Okay.
So I am just going to...
Do you have to go here to get this upgrade?
yeah, no, I just have to go grab the
You just
upgrade.
grab-
So
okay.
I'm going to grab another Officer of the Treasury since he's easy to do.
Yeah, and you want to put it in the middle of that one there.
And I'm going to put it in the middle of this one. I own this card. And so when anybody else uses it, I will get a benefit from that.
Oh, okay.
So now I've got a card with 7 things on it, 7 spots total sleeved up. This citizen gives me a bonus token here, which is on there, which I would put in here and I'd be able to use later to skip cards or do things in the game.
Okay.
Same with the citizen here, so I will go get another one. All right, so now I've started using my cards. The treasurer, both the treasurers each give me 3 gold each.
Yeah.
So I would take 6 gold and put that into my area here.
Yep.
The advisor chancellor allows me to drop 3 meeples on his spot. And so I would
in Capitol Hall?
3 meeples there,
Okay.
right? And so what that card says is on your turn, you may pick up 2 meeples and pay 5 gold to claim allegiance to a card in your hand. So we're going to assume that I had guys there at the beginning of this turn.
Right, sure.
So instead of placing those guys there on my turn, I would have picked 2 of them up.
And then you can make one of those.
I can make a neutral card, my card,
Yeah.
which is one of the magic things that happen during this game. So the way you control the city and win the game is either being the best defender of the city and killing monsters and gaining points that way. You gain control of neutral cards so that you get bonuses when other players use your cards.
Yeah.
Or you you get really good at drafting behind what other players are doing in the game. It is, like I said earlier, it's unlike any game that we've done.
Yeah.
And we are, we don't even have a set release date for this product yet. We
Yeah.
are just at beta, and we're going
trying
to
to
try
figure it
and
all out.
play it with as many people as possible so they can sort of see the magic in the game.
So they can play it here at Origins.
If they can play it here at Origins, I'm going to have it with me all weekend, and I'm going to be setting up play sessions. We'll be at Gen Con, we're going to go to Dice Tower Con, and then we're
Okay.
also going to be doing store tours and stuff that we'll be setting up here real soon to do it as well.
Tours.
Nice.
That's very cool. Do you have like champions like on the street that are showing some of these?
So
also,
we do.
or- yeah.
So not yet. So
Okay.
as you can imagine, building this prototype is
A lot of work, yeah.
it's like a 3-day process for me, or at least it was before we came here. So
Yeah.
at beta stage, we're going to have it out in the hands of just a few of our vanguards, and
Yeah.
then staff. And then when we get to the next stage, we'll make it wider and we'll put
Ramp
it
it
up for
up.
release for people to do. So
Yeah. Cool. So if they want to find out more about this,
if they want to find out more about this, they can go to www.alldirect.com, or they can email customer service at alldirect.com, and we'll get them information and get them signed up for a mailing list so they can follow the information and the growth of this game as it's going.
and then we can make a BGG page for it.
Absolutely.
And you can check
This
it out
is
there.
early.
I know,
So like
I
I
know.
said, we usually tell
It's gonna
people about
change, yeah.
games when we're releasing them, or
Yeah.
about when we're releasing them.
This is
But at this
different for you
point, this
guys,
is going to
yeah.
be an 8 or 10 month process for us as we introduce it to the world. So.
What are you most excited about with Edge of Darkness?
So I think I'm most excited about the fact that we're gonna get to show. I think that customers that play EEG games are gonna love this game, but I also think that it's gonna speak to. I think it's gonna speak to the fans of Board Game Geek, and
Yeah.
it's so unlike anything we've ever done. I most look forward to meeting. People that love this type of game and bringing them sort of into the AEG fold, because this is the direction that we are shifting towards as we move into the boxed game business.
Yeah, yeah. And the card crafting is great. I love that.
It is awesome.
Yeah,
So.
you guys hit a home run with that for sure. It's kind of went all over the place, but
Yeah, there'll be an edge on the tower when it's done.
Different, but it's prototype. But yeah, that's cool. I like that.
All right.
I got nothing. Is there anything else you want to say about Edge of Darkness?
Come find me at Origins. I'm going to be playing the whole time, and ping us and let us know if you have any ideas for other things we should do with Cardcraft.
Awesome. There you go.
All right.
And that is Edge of Darkness.